everyone, Steve here again from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7. In this video I'm going to be unboxing this Remo Hobby 1/8 scale Rallymaster. Now it's a rally car, very similar chassis compared to the Slash version or the Remo Hobby Emu, which I've unboxed and done some videos on that, so go check them out if you want. But it's an awesome car. I do like the body, it is massive. I guess that's why it's called a 1/8 scale. It is pretty chunky. If you're interested in one of these, you have to contact Remo Hobby directly by email, and I'll leave that down below. So stick around, give it a good old unbox and an in-depth look and see what you get in the kit. So here is a box of the Remo Hobby 1/8 scale Rallymaster, and as you can see there is a buggy and a short course truck. The reason that is because they use the same box for all their cars. So let's go see the side that we need to see with the different specifications. Now, as you can see, with all Remo Hobby cars, there are two different editions. You get the standard edition and you get the ultimate edition here. I have the ultimate edition. Now, it comes with GTR alloy shocks, waterproof brushless ESC, high torque digital alloy gear steering servo, comes with a 2-cell LiPo battery, obviously a brushless motor, and an easy to replace spur gear with a slipper clutch. Alright, that's enough of that. Okay, first and foremost, instructions. Instruction manual, all the different parts you can get. Everything is clearly written and in colour, which is good. So if you ever need to break it, because you will probably break it when you smash it hard enough, all the parts are there. Now here is the instruction manual specifically for this car. It has all the diagrams, exploded views and all that kind of stuff, where everything needs to go, because if you need to change something, at least you know how to put it back together. Small instruction manual regarding the transmitter and the receiver. Some extra steering horns. Now a small bag of tools, you get a 4-way wrench, another kind of little wrench there, some Allen keys and spare body clips. Next box. Now it also comes with a LiPo charger, and you charge it via the balance lead. There you go. You can only charge up to 2S batteries, but there you go. Simple LiPo charger to get you out of trouble. Now here we have the 2.4 GHz transmitter. Unfortunately it still takes 8 AA batteries, but it does last a while in here because it is 2.4 GHz. And you know, it might not be the most attractive, but it is easy to hold and quite comfortable. Has a nice padded foam around the steering wheel here. Has your steering reverse, your throttle reverse, and basic steering and throttle trims as well. Now this chassis will be very similar to this actual Emu Racing, which is a copy of the Slash 4x4 or 2-wheel drive trackless car. Time for the car. I'll take this body off first. Does look cool. Oh, cable ties. She's free. Okay, now here is the Rallymaster. It does look very cool, very fat and kind of low body on here. It is a 1/8 scale, so it is quite large. So let's have a look at the Lexan and the body first. Very nice graphics. And the Lexan generally with these Remo Hobby cars is on par with any other manufacturer, Traxxas or HPI, so it does flex well and holds up to a good amount of crashes. It's got some nice decal in there that's actually painted on. You've got some stickers here that are separately applied. But overall it looks very nice. See how it holds up. So here is the chassis for the Rallymaster. So the total length of the car with the body on is 560mm and the wheelbase is 324mm. Now this might look familiar because the Traxxas Slash model or the Emu Hobby is exactly the same. Same motor, 3300 kV, same setup, same shocks, whereas these ones are red, the one on the Rallymaster are blue. Slightly different rear section here because it doesn't have a wheelie bar as the body hangs over it, but in general it is the same. The front bumper is different as the body goes over it as well, and it has this nice foam padding there for protection. But everything else looks the same, but we'll still go over it and see what you get. Now the chassis or the structure material is like a molded tub nylon composite. So what we have here is a 45 amp waterproof brushless speed controller paired up with a 3300 kV brushless motor. Now we have a basic 4-channel receiver here. It is waterproof as well, but bear in mind this on and off switch does not look very waterproof, doesn't have like a rubber boot on there as well, so that's something to keep in mind. Now here we have the digital steering servo. It is hooked up with a dual bell crank steering mechanism, and it does have an integrated servo saver in there as well. Now there is a servo saver spring in there, and they are ball bearing supported as well. Now connecting the front and rear differentials, you have this blue anodized aluminium drive shaft, and as you can see in here there is a spring. It does have a slipper clutch as well. While we're at the back here, you'll notice it does have this clear cover that pops off to protect from any large stones or anything getting lodged into the gears here, which is kind of a nice touch. It is easily removable by this one screw here. Now while we're on this side of the car, we'll have a look at the included 2-cell LiPo battery. Now what I like about these are hard case, and as you can see it's 4200 milliamp hour, 35C 7.4 volt LiPo battery. Good performance. I have a few of these batteries lying around. They perform well and they've stood up over time. You probably get around about 20 minutes to 15 minutes runtime with this battery. Now in the battery tray, you can easily fit longer batteries. You can just cut this foam piece or take it out entirely. It's up to you, but it does accommodate for larger batteries if you have any that are longer than standard. Now one of the options when you do get this Ultimate Edition, it does come with these suspension guards, I guess. As you can see, they attach to the lower A-arms there, and it just protects any major parts getting hit or rocks or sticks slamming into the front of the shock there, which is kind of cool. That's on the front and the rear. So there's the front one there, and there's also the Ultimate Edition comes with this different nylon plastic. As you can see, it is red. The standard one is black. I'm not too sure if this is more flexible or just a bit harder wearing. Time will tell. Haven't broken any parts on the previous models, so yeah, they do hold up. Now there is the drive shafts. They are the same plastic as the A-arms themselves. They are telescopic, so they go in and out as the suspension moves up and down. They're not too bad. I have broken one on the Slash copy, but it was easily replaced with actual Traxxas parts, which is fantastic. So that's the benefit of these. They do cost a lot less than a Traxxas car, but the parts are interchangeable with Traxxas components. We have nice aluminium threaded shocks here, and they don't seem too bad out of the factory. Not too much bounce, but the great thing about these, you can just preload them as you tone down the coil over there. Awesome stuff. Sides of the chassis have these kind of protections, bumpers you could say. They're very flexible, and when the body comes over, it hangs over these, so it gets hit on the side of the body, hits the body, and then pushes against this, which gives it some protection. Here's the bottom of the car. As you can see, it is all flush to a degree. Obviously, you've got these step ups, and you have these supports here for the front section of the chassis, but everything is countersunk, all using Allen head screws, which is cool. They seem to be around the kit, no Phillips head around here at all, but everything is well protected. It's even got this kind of grommet in here, so nothing can ingress up from the bottom up into the chassis itself. There's not much aluminium on this apart from the shocks and the center drive shaft. You do have some key points here with this aluminium bracing holding the front and the rear suspension pins in. That's about it. Everything else is just good quality plastic that does flex, and with this red nylon being the high quality version, hopefully should be strong enough for some pretty severe abuse. Now the wheels and tires, you know, they're subjective, I guess. You could like the color or you might not, but they do work okay. My son was doing some driving with the Slash version, and it did tear the tire straight off the rim. So maybe that is an easy and not too expensive upgrade for this, because I did buy some aftermarket ones for the Slash version and they perform fantastic. But any wheels and tires from any 1/10 or 1/8 scale, you know, short course truck should fit on these, no problem. Now I hope you enjoyed this video of the 1/8 scale Remo Hobby Rallymaster. Now I'll be putting it through its paces in future videos, doing a speed test and the good old infamous scape bowl, giving it a good old thrash and see if it can actually walk away still driving in one piece. So if you like the video, give it a good old thumbs up. If you haven't, please subscribe. Any questions, leave them down below like always, and I'll try to answer everything as soon as I can. That's it. Steve here from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.